The great never never, the aridness, the openness, the blistering heat, the bone-cold nights. The mountains that stand, hiding the remnants of an ocean that once was. The flora and fauna that survive in places no human can. The trees that shoot from the ground and convert our byproducts into usable energy. The food chain, the trophic levels, the first, second, third and tertiary consumers, the decomposers. The survival of the fittest, that is natural selection. Primary and secondary succession, it's all science, it's all around us. It's how we survive, and it's how we thrive. What science means to me, such a hard question to answer, not because it's theoretical, but because it simply means everything to me. Everything I am, everyone around me, and each item that surrounds me is because of science. I'm a conservation student, and may even be called a greenie. I'm someone that's grown up around national parks. I've travelled through some of the most rural parts of Australia. I've seen the difference in flora and fauna, whilst observing the adaptation species have developed. I've been woken up at the crack of dawn by a symphony of birds. I've witnessed the mutualisms, predation, and the dingoes that have become accustomed to humans and venture into campsites. I've seen the effects of bushfire. I've watched the inspiring regrowth. I've seen the damage feral animals can have on our natives. It's inspiring that through geographical isolation, they have suited the new environment and adapted to the changes. This is all science. It's all around me. Science means the world to me, because it's how species interact with the natural environment and develop sustainable ecosystems, relying on one another. Science to me, it's how nitrogen and the carbon cycle happen. It's the precipitation, the weather cycles, it's the monsoonal rains and the growling thunderstorms. Science to me is sitting around a campfire watching the combustion and drinking beer that was made using chemistry. Walking through the scrub, watching the trees sway in the wind. It's the beauty of the seeds spreading and the wind and the weather patterns, ensuring that each plant has enough water. If it wasn't for science, this wouldn't be possible, and that means the world to me. Science means going out on a boat and using the laws of physics. It's photographing and admiring the ecosystems beneath the surface. Science to me, it's the ferocity of the open ocean and how the seas can turn rough within a second due to the wind directions, current, swells and tides. Science, it's developing medication that can be used for pain management and to fight infections. Without chemistry, mental illnesses and disabilities would be more extreme. Science makes my carrying duties easier. Science makes operations possible, and it has given some of my friends and family a new lease on life. In my future, science will mean using GNSS systems to analyse various earth layers. It will mean fauna control, ensuring overgrazing doesn't occur. It will mean weed management and designing effective parks. It will mean being a park ranger and managing thousands of acres of land. Science has shaped the vast landscape that surround me. It's created my family and my mates. In summary, science means everything to me, and it is for this that I'm forever grateful.